Being a boy in the Y2K era looked so fun. Doesn't matter if you were white or black, your childhood was straight up chaos. I don't mean cute, innocent chaos. I mean medical bill chaos. Y2K Boyhood was wild. Two different types of wild, but the same amount of unhinged. Welcome back to Millennial History, where we unpack pop culture trauma, glory, glitter, and generational chaos of the early 2000s. And today, I want to talk about Y2K Boyhood. Boyhood in the Y2K era was basically an extreme sport. White boys, they lived every day like a Mountain Dew commercial. They were wrestling in their backyard, skating off roofs, launching themselves into bushes. Nothing to live for but adrenaline and Walmart camcorders. The black boys was crazy. Y'all was unhinged too. Y'all was in the basement, leaning with it, rocking with it, ironing y'all tall tees to a crisp. All of y'all were unhinged, and it looked so fun and cool. Honestly, if there was ever a time where boyhood looked fun, it was the Y2K era. Two boyhoods, two aesthetics, two survival strategies in the same era. Both of these boyhood cultures ended up building the entire internet masculinity we see today. The stunts, swag, the aura, right? The pranks, dance culture, gamer rage, meme culture, TikTok challenges. Baby, the blueprint is right there. Y2K wasn't the first era of boys being wild, but it was the first time TV, music, and technology turned chaos into boyhood identity. For white boys, that identity centered around danger, stunts, and for black boys, it centered around swag, comedy, digital creativity, cultural expression, and both of those identities evolved directly into the internet culture we live in now. This era taught boys how to be funny, how to be wild, how to be drastic, how to be recorded. And the worst thing a boy could be back then was boring. Y'all was wild. There was a show that came on MTV called Scarred, literally dedicated to white boys tearing themselves up, okay? All type of injuries. It was sickening. Hallway dance battles, crumping until security came. Two different types of wow, but the exact same energy source. And the reason I'm splitting this up is because a lot of the time when y'all talk about millennials, y'all don't talk about how black millennials and white millennials was kind of living in two different worlds. Now, a lot of things did intertwine. A lot of stuff we both was like into and very nostalgic to us, but we still kind of grew up in different worlds. So I'm telling this from a lens as a black girl who grew up in Milwaukee and hung out with black people and white people. Okay. So I saw had white boys. All right. Think Jackass, think Viva La Bam, think Tony Hawk. And side note, black boys were definitely into skating. All of y'all was into that. But when it came to like purposely hurting yourself, let's be real, it was the white boys driving that. Boys literally would watch Johnny Knoxville get hit by a car and say, "Oh my God, yeah, we can do that." Boys had the freedom to be reckless. Society brushed it off. Their stunts were seen as boys being boys. The boys was having so much fun in the Y2K era, I swear. This freedom allowed white boys especially to turn physical danger into an identity in entertainment. That culture, black boys was doing in the Y2K era. They were the blueprint for a lot of our online masculinity today as well. Black boyhood wasn't about breaking bones. You broke a bone, your mom was gonna whoop your ass because you had time for all of that. Right? But it was about breaking the internet. Black boys were out here inventing dance challenges years before TikTok. Okay, crank that Superman, crank that Batman, crank that SpongeBob. I'm sorry. The creativity was unmatched. Tall tees to the knees. The animated belts with LED screens on them. Come on now. The bathing ape hoodies zipped up over their head and they was looking like Shark Boy. Boys were so freaking cool. I wanted to be a boy sometime. It looked like y'all was having so much fun. It's honestly given black boys were the original content creators. Black boys were surveilled more harshly. Their rebellion became cultural, not physical. Their danger was in breaking style rules, breaking music rules, and breaking digital spaces. This is what birthed the TikTok dances, SoundCloud rap. Soulja Boy is literally the modern influencer blueprint. But fuck it. Soulja Boy created the internet. I said all this to say black boys, okay, weren't just going viral. They were inventing virality. Now, let me tell you something, okay? This is where things intertwine. We all grew up in our own spaces as millennials, right? Black folks we all live in a different America, whether we like to admit it or not, right? But things intertwine still. And let me tell you where black boyhood and white boyhood connected. Video games. Video games in the early 2000s raised everybody. LAN parties, energy drinks back to back, rage quitting, roasting while gaming, 2K beefs, just all type of boy shenanigans. Y'all birthed all of that. Gaming wasn't just fun, it shaped masculinity. It taught boys how to talk trash, how to compete, how to express anger, how to socialize, how to perform online. That's literally the foundation of Twitch and Discord culture. So many things, you guys, were contributing to the blueprint. And us girls was watching and we were like, wow, being a boy do seem kinda cool. A little jealous. We had the legacy of the YouTube stunts, prank bros, streamers, TikTok dancers, meme culture, swag rap. This was all on YouTube being curated as a blueprint in real time. And we had no idea. We was just living. Well, y'all, you boys were just living, right? We was just living. These cultural pipelines were both essential. And together they built an entire digital masculinity we see today. Early 2000s boyhood was unhinged, whether you were breaking the bones or breaking out in dance. You were part of a generation that rewrote what boyhood looked like. This is Millennial History. I'm Lily. Like, comment, please subscribe, and you'll see me in the next episode.